Looks like it's too late for second thoughts. Time to move out.
At your command, strike! And sunder the tides cleft. Reach 1,000 moves in one breath. One should spar, unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. One should 1,000 moves and 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 after all this strike! Unsteady posture. After all this time, you still tend to war for salute. 1,000 moves in one breath. 1,000 moves in one breath. After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Unsteady posture. Wait 1,000 moves and 1,000 moves and after all this time. Unsteady posture. After all this time. 1,000 moves and unsteady posture. Strike! 1,000 moves and 1,000 moves and strike! And unsteady posture. Strike! And unsteady posture. Wait 1,000 moves and 1,000 moves in one breath. 1,000 moves and one after all this time. You still tend to, after all this time, strike! And strike! And after all this time, unsteady posture, wavering 1,000 moves in one breath.
I can handle this.
Strike! And sunder the tides cleft. Retract. After all this time, unsteady posture, wavering after all this time, 1,000 moves and after all this unsteady posture, 1,000 moves and after all this time, strike! 1,000 moves and one strike! And strike! And 1,000 moves and one after all this unsteady posture, strike! And after all this time, after all this time, 1,000 moves and one unsteady posture. Wait, after all this time, unsteady posture. Strike! 1,000 moves and after all this time, 1,000 moves and unsteady posture. Wavering intent. 1,000 moves and 1,000 moves in one breath. After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. 1,000 moves and one strike! And strike! And sunder that after all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. You calmly place your pieces to plot your victory. Doctor, a Weiqi player like you is a truly rare sight.